Woo-wee! Wonderhussy here at one of the most remote, rugged, and inaccessible mine camps I've ever been to. Okay, I just drove 9 miles up one of the bumpiest, rockiest canyons you ever did see. Everything in my car was a bumping and a jostling, but I just went slow, steady, and easy because I'm rolling solo. There's snow up at the top of the mountains, and oh my god, I'm supposed to camp up here tonight. I don't want anything to go wrong. That being said, I'm also very curious about the kinds of stuff I'm gonna find up here. Looks like the ruins of some old work building there. There's another building there. There's a trailer there. And then there's a couple of old trucks down here. If you're a car guy, here's your obligatory rusted old pickup footage. Look at that old steering wheel. No telling how long this thing has been up here. I don't know how long this mine has been abandoned. It looks to be a pretty long time. Down here we've got an ungodly assortment of junk, detritus, and debris, including the cab of this old pickup here. Let's check this out. Aren't those the spark plugs sitting on the hood? There's your problem, lady. Anybody know what kind of truck this was? I do. The kind they don't make anymore. And then there's the skeleton of this old work building. So this was very obviously some kind of busted old mine camp. Not that hard to figure out. Let's go check out this abandoned shed and this trailer. I don't want to take too long though because, well, it's only like 3:30 in the afternoon, but, well, it's February 2nd. Sun goes down early in these parts. Especially once it drops behind the ridge of those mountains. It's going to get kind of dark here. And I still have another mile to go because the whole reason I headed up this canyon in the first place, this undisclosed, unnamed canyon in the middle of nowhere desert, is that there's supposed to be a cabin at the end of it. And, well, I'm certainly not driving back down that road this late in the day. So my plan was to try and camp there tonight. I mean, yeah, I guess I could just camp right here, but if there's a cabin just 1 more mile down the road, I think I'm going to try for that. Look how cool this old house was. Oh my goodness. I mean, way up here, we are so remote. I mean, look at that. That's the way I came up. You can't even get out of this canyon dead ends, I think about, a mile up that way. So the fact that they were able to get all this lumber up here and build this is pretty impressive. Say what you will about the old time miners and prospectors. They weren't afraid to work hard. Okay, let's go inside. Real nice front step here. Oh, wow, this isn't actually in, well, I was going to say this isn't actually in that bad a shape, but then I looked over in this room to the right, and it's pretty gross. There's all kind of insulation that has fallen out of the, I guess, I was going to say attic, but was that even insulated? An outlet, so this place was even wired for electricity back in its day. So this was obviously like the main hangout quarters. There's a lot of outlets in here. There's one there by that window, one there by that window, and they're both doubles. And then there's one on that wall. And then there's even one here behind the screen door. So you could plug in all kinds of stuff here. Oh, here's the obligatory hantavirus advisory. You do have to be careful in these old cabins because there's a lot of mouse poo in here. So it says here, never sweep or dust a cabin, because by doing that, you stir up the hantavirus particles. Then you could breathe them in and, oh, then it's sayonara you. Look how cool the view is out these windows. I mean, this was a pretty fancy window. What do they call that? Like a casement window where it slides up like that? And what a view. Look at that awesome view out the window. I mean, yeah, life in these remote mining camps would have been very difficult, but the views were one of the few perks. Okay, continuing on through the first room. I'm guessing that second room off to the side was just a bedroom. Anyway, through here we have a water heater. Wow, they even had a water heater. Hot water for the bathroom. Oh my goodness, look. They had a toilet. They had a sink. Oh my goodness, with hot and cold taps. Oh my god, look, they even had a little busted mirror to shave. Oh, look, a medicine cabinet. Let's see what's inside. Wah, wah, wah. Still pretty cool, though, that it's still hanging after all these years. And look, even a nice big window in the bathroom for, that one roommate who always goes in and blows the place up. Oh, wow. They put a concrete plug in the toilet so you can't use it even if you wanted to. That's wild. I've never seen anything like that. It's actually kind of gross that they even had to do that. I mean, who drives all the way up to a remote cabin like this and then drops a deuce in the old abandoned toilet? And anyway, besides the toilet, there was also a shower. Look at that. Creepy shower. Hot and cold taps, though. I mean, pretty nice for being out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, back out into the hallway. There are some supplies laid in the hallway. There's actually a number of gallons of water. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 gallons of purified water laid in. If you really needed it, that could save your life. Look at the old linoleum pattern. Oh my God, how 60s this place was. This place must have been open until the 60s, I'm guessing. Anything in the closet? No, unfortunately, no dead bodies today. Okay, there's one more room, and this looks like the kitchen. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is cool. Okay, so there's some kind of pantry cupboard here. Let's see if there's anything in there. No, just a bunch of shelves to put in all your canned goods. And you would have to lay in quite a number of canned goods. I mean, I don't even know how far the nearest grocery store is from here. I would guess the town of Shoshone. There's a clue for you. And that's like, oh my goodness, it's probably at least 80 miles from here, and 80 very bumpy, rough, rocky miles. So, and the grocery store is not even that big. So if you really went to a grocery store like in Las Vegas or Pahrump, you'd have to buy like a year's worth of canned goods to make that worthwhile. But then once you got them up here, you'd have plenty to cook up in your fancy kitchen. I mean, look at this really nice gas range, 4 burners. And it looks like there was like a warming plate or something in the middle. A griddle. Yeah, look, a griddle. You can make hot cakes. How about that? Man, these miners took everything with them when they left. How about that? Oh, look, there was even like one of those little pull-out cutting boards that used to come out of there. Fancy. Okay, here's the sink. White metal drawers. Oh my God, there's like I think that's a dead mouse. This drawer right here is full of hantavirus. I guarantee it. Let's close her up. Okay, here. Oh, it's just more hantavirus. What's for dinner, Mom? Hantavirus again? We just had that last night. Anyway, there's more of that really groovy linoleum. I mean, if you can use your imagination and picture this entire room covered in that colorful linoleum, pretty nice big kitchen. Maybe there was some guy named Hop Singh or something like that who worked up here as the cook, and he was over there making a big breakfast for the miners. And once the miners ate that big breakfast, they'd walk on out this door onto what looks like it used to be a porch. We're gonna have to be careful because a lot of boards are missing. And then they just went right down the hill there to work at the mine site. Look how beautiful this view is. I mean, oh my gosh. Like I said, living in a cabin like that would be kind of rough, but not that rough. I mean, that had electricity, hot water, a shower, a toilet. Uh-oh. Wonder if that's the old septic tank. Can you see anything down there? Turn my flashlight on. No. No old dried up miners' turds. Well, maybe it's for the best that we can't see. Okay, one more thing to check out here. And that is the trailer. And ain't she a beaut? 2 doors, maybe 2 different guys lived in it. Well, we'll just go in this door here. And it actually isn't too bad in here. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh my gosh, wow, look at this little kitchen. This is cute. There's another hantavirus advisory, so don't breathe. It's gonna back up and show you what life would be like if you lived in this trailer way up in the mountains. I mean, they had a big old furnace to stay warm in the winter because it gets cold up here. They had a little kitchen. Look, there's even a bird's nest. Oh my goodness. Oh, some little bird built a nest in here and then forgot about it, I guess. Probably avian flu in that. Better not breathe too deeply. All these viruses just take the fun out of everything. Anyway, there's the kitchen. Very cute backsplash, turquoise tile. Cute little 4-burner gas range. I mean, this is a nice kitchen. You could cook up a Thanksgiving dinner in a kitchen like this. This could have been very, very cozy in its day, and I'm sure it was. Let's see what's in the back. I mean, look at this cool decorative trim on the doorway. Like, they don't make things like that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in a lot of RVs, and they sure don't take the time to put these fancy finishes in RVs nowadays. Anyway, down the hall, this looks like it was a bedroom. I'm guessing there was like a little bed there. Some little 1-person bunk because there's a closet on this side. Oh, hey, look, there's even a bathtub. So in a way, this trailer is fancier than the main house because the main house just had a shower. Oh, and they didn't bother to plug up the toilet in here. Oh my God, yikes, yikes, yikes. I don't care how bad I had to go. I would never in a million years use that toilet. Real cute little sink, vanity. There's probably a mirror on that little medicine chest. And then it looks like, let me back up. It looks like there was a wall here with, I guess, a doorway in it, but the whole thing busted down. Oh, look how cute the wall had a swan print on it. A swan with a lily pad, and it's torn in half, the other half. is up there. They were separated by this terrible disaster that busted out the wall. Look what happened. The towel rack and the toilet paper holder fell away too. Now what are you supposed to do if you're sitting on the toilet? Anyway, it looks like there was one little bedroom there and then maybe like a bigger bedroom back here because there's more storage here. I'm gonna open this. Oh, there's probably nothing in it anyway. Golly, this is probably the one cabinet in all the cabinets in the world. Oh, no, there's nothing in it. Wah, wah. Who can say what the names and lives of these men who lived at this lonely mining camp were? And I say men because it was almost certainly all men. There were a few female miners, but not that many. Unless this is one of the camps where like the Manson family squatted. You never know. They were all over the place out here. The Manson family, you know, Charles Manson and his girls. They might have stopped by here and stayed the night in that trailer. Who can say? And then it looks like there's a couple collapsed buildings. There's one up there, some kind of work shed. And then there's a pretty big one down here. Maybe that was like a garage mechanic shop where they worked on the trucks. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot left to this old mine camp. But remember, there's still supposedly a cabin another mile up the road. So I'm gonna get back in my trusty rig, hope she don't fail me, and try to make it to this cabin before dark. Okay, I made it to this quote-unquote cabin. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty busted, but there's a lot of interesting stuff up here. I mean, first things first, look at this amazing old car crashed in the ravine. This is a beaut, man. I don't know cars, but it looks like a classic 50s, I don't know, Chevrolet or Cadillac or something, or Buick. Look at the friggin' grill on the front, and the chrome is still so shiny. That's amazing. Of course, some yahoos had to throw beer cans in there over the years. Yeah, look over on this side. Look at how shiny the trim around the windows is, and the door handles. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's just like new. And look at those fins. Kind of goes back to what I was saying about how they used to make things so fancy back in those days. You know, like the fancy trim on that trailer. You don't see cars with fins like that anymore. Here's kind of a clue on the back there. You can see the ghostly outline of the old logo or emblem, whatever it was. Man, look at this ungodly collection of beer cans. I mean, I guess the miners just threw their garbage in this ravine. This was like the garbage pit. And look, some of them are real shiny. I mean, this is a very old Ham's beer can, but look at that. It's like good as new. Oh my goodness, look at this fancy little plate. It's always so interesting to me when you find these fancy little feminine touches at these rugged, manly mine camps. You know, you wouldn't think these miners would really care what they ate out of. And in fact, wouldn't they just be eating Hungry Man TV dinners? I don't know. Okay, I gotta get out of this trash pile because it's just way too interesting. Oh, here's a Coors, an old Coors. Part of a really cool, oh look, it's like part of a little goblet or something fancy. Okay, anyway, you know I didn't drive all the way up this rough, bumpy road just to look at a bunch of old beer cans. No siree. I'm here to see the old mining wreckage. Wow, there's a ton left here. Look, this is like one of those carts that would have been on a braided steel cable. You know, like what do you call that? Like a tramway, an elevated tramway? Stretching from where to where, I don't know. This is a vast and extremely desolate valley. It does look like there was some kind of road cutting up there and going on farther, but I passed a sign that said wilderness going that way, so I don't think you're allowed to drive out there anymore. Wow, that old tramway car was pretty cool. Okay, let's see what else we can see. Looks like it was a pretty big operation up here. Old ladder, lots and lots of old corrugated tin roofing panels. Like I said earlier, just the usual detritus you find at these old mine camps. But then there are a couple buildings up here, and those should be interesting to poke through. Before I do that though, I'm basically here where I'm gonna camp tonight. I just kind of pulled up in front of the garage. Why not? Seems like a good place to camp. I can't imagine anyone's gonna roll up on me. This is a very rugged road, and I've been up some pretty gnarly roads in my day. Thank goodness I have the best tires money can buy. And I just got a new set about a month ago, so they don't have hardly any miles on them. The rig is still running well. She's holding up after all these years. So I think I'll be fine getting back down in the morning. But I'm going to stay the night up here. And since I'm already here, before I poke around these last two buildings, I might as well make myself some hot cocoa because it's chilly up here. It's only like 4 o'clock and it's like 50 something degrees. So it's probably gonna get real cold tonight. I'm gonna need some fortification. Nothing quite says camping at an abandoned mine all by yourself than a delicious mug of hot cocoa with Jack Daniels. Now I'm gonna set about exploring the rest of these grounds, but to be honest, well, I kind of looked in the garage there and I think this is too interesting to squeeze it all into one video. So if you want to see what's in the rest of this fascinating abandoned mine camp and find out what it would be like to spend the night, imagine I'm all by myself, aside from the 5,037 mountain lions that are probably watching me right now. I am super, super remote, but I'm going to spend the night in my car right there. And well, will I survive? You'll just have to stay tuned to find out.